Everyone, it's Enryu, and today I'm going to teach you how to get out of Emerald Elo with Nilah. So I think Emerald, Platinum, Gold, Silver, all these Elos are pretty much the same, with like an exception, I guess, where like the mechanic is like slightly better the higher you go, right? But there's no real big difference in macro and decision making between these Elos. So right here, Zillion lands a really good stun. Don't go for more, just get out of here. I remember that Jinx has Lethal Tempo, so we don't want to keep fighting. We got their Lulu though, but I guess ultimately it's not our goal to kill the Lulu, right? If she gets slow, it's fine, but if we don't kill the Jinx, none of that really matters. This is a good double bomb, but we cannot follow. I think this game is like a really good example of how you can kind of carry or, like average Emerald game as Nilah. This is like as worse as it can get because they have Jinx Lulu, which is really strong, right? They have a lot of peel for the Jinx, and for me, it's hard to play. Like 4 of the champions are good into me this game, including set kind of, like 4.5 maybe, but I can deal with the set if I have items. So what I'm going to show here is first, you want to kind of make sure you're farming, right? Farming everything that you can. So whether it be using Q at max range on low minions, like low health minions, or playing wave management. So right here we cannot fight. Don't even try to fight. There's no point. They're too healthy. My support needs a reset, right? So we don't want to do anything crazy. I want to try, like right now, my short-term goal is to get this cannon minion. And I got that. And we're just gonna let them push in. They have the upper hand right now. They get to choose like when they recall or like when they want to push the wave because we are shorter range. We don't have as much combat power as them. So we don't really have a choice, right? Right here I can try to hold the wave. So they're coming back. No point in holding anymore. Jinx my W, so you have to look out and dodge that. Okay, walk back to my minions. Alright, so I have to get this minion even if Jinx autos me. Still cannot fight. It's not smart. They have much better health and they have more damage than us. Try to get this one right here. I think my Zillion is kind of messing up my minions. Like he's kind of ruining it, but it's okay. It's okay. We still have 4 more CS in the enemy, so that is a good sign. So right here, you want to be careful. Like, yeah, so I hugged this wall because I know that the enemies, there is a chance that they didn't recall. And if they didn't recall, I don't want to be like stuck in a bad spot. Q this one, take 1 auto, it's perfectly fine. Just don't take too many autos for the CS. My Zillion is in a very bad spot right now. He has to recall. But I really want this cannon, like if anything. Alright. Now I'm just gonna take the L. I'm just gonna recall. It doesn't matter what they do with the wave, I don't care. There's no longer any point of me staying because I have no mana and no health, right? So it's perfectly fine, don't worry about it. Sometimes you just have to take a small loss. Doesn't have to be this champion, it can be any champion you're playing in the bot lane. You have to be able to accept small losses to prevent like even bigger losses, right? So if I didn't recall there, I would still be stuck on the tower 1 HP. I would have trouble farming minions. I might as well just refresh my HP and come back to lane stronger, right? So I have an item over them now. So we can definitely fight. Even if my support is not in the best condition, that's perfectly fine. So let's see if they overstep here. Looks like Lulu is kind of overstepping. Zillion might die. Okay, he's not dead. He has lethal tempo, but I have barrier and I have my Q as well. She also tried to swap targets, so that's really bad on her. But yeah, you see, once we come back and the enemies are still trying to push in the wave, we can just fight and we'll win the fight because I have an extra item over her, right? I have 1,100 gold spent. She has nothing. So that small lead that she had, in the CS, when she had like a few CS over me, that didn't matter because they overstayed, right? I chose to recall at a good time for me. So now I'm going to take this double kill that we got and translate it into more advantages. I'm going to buy refillable here. I normally don't do this, but because my support is a Zillion, where I think he is pretty weak, right? He doesn't really provide much for me in fights, except like a double bomb. I want to make sure I can be as strong as possible. If I'm low HP, I want to be able to use this health potion, right? 200 health could mean life or death. So if I get low, I definitely want to be using this. And supports do this a lot in lower MMR, even in like higher ranks, they do this a lot where they just roam randomly, right? Even if you have a wave coming to you, even if it's bad for your lane, they will just roam anyways. So what you do in this situation is you just sit back and you just wait for the farm, right? And right here, I have a chance of going onto it because I am level 6. I'm gonna pop my W, try to dodge the traps. And I'm gonna wait now for my teammates. So at the very least, they should... Oh, they're walking into our jungle, so like 2 of them should die, but I mean, there's always a chance that they don't. Maybe I have to flash for this. Okay, I don't want to flash for it. We chased them out. I'm gonna go push this wave. I'm not gonna chase. There's no point, right? So whatever they do here, like, it doesn't matter with me. I just want to push my wave out because it's better for me that way. You always have to kind of understand minions are the real way you make money in League of Legends. You don't make money through chasing like kills for like 2 minutes, right? You will make more gold just farming, and you will be up levels. So right now, I push this wave in. Look at how much gold the Jinx is losing and how much gold I'm getting, right? And I didn't even have to chase for the kill. My teammates could just chase for it and just do whatever they want. So I prioritize my farm, and I'm gonna recall. I don't have a exceptional buy. Like I don't have a really... I don't have like a full collector, but it's still something. Also, another thing is I really hate buying control wards on ADC. I don't think they're that useful unless you're in like the highest elo games where like every piece of information is useful. I would say even like the average Grandmaster game, I wouldn't buy a control ward until later on because you're just wasting gold. It's much better to buy a real item, right? Complete your full item. And now in this game state, because we are ahead, what we want to do is just to not give our shutdown, don't give our bounty away, and just keep farming. Farming is really important. It's a very underrated skill. Sometimes you have to be really patient in order to get every single CS. And if you can do that, you're already like a really good ADC. So again, I have an item here. They just took Dragon. I don't need to be here. I can just recall, right? Buy my collector. And make sure that the next fight, it will be more guaranteed for me to win because I'll have a full item, right? And as for first items, you can go collector, you can go Yuntao. Just depends on what you feel like and how much gold you have. If you have a BF sword recall, you can go Yuntao first, and then you can go collector if you don't, right? Like I recalled with like 1100 gold or something like that, so I bought collector. Like I bought a Dirk first into collector. But it just depends. You don't have to go like collector every single game. I think collector is in a pretty bad spot right now because the stats are just like underwhelming, but it has good synergy with Nilah as a champion, so you can still buy it. I think Yuntao is the better item though. It gives better stats and it's more cheap. So right here, we're gonna stabilize, or I guess we already stabilized, right? Because we got 2 kills and we managed to not die. We just have to keep holding this advantage up now. We try to push their turret down, like push the waves in and try to hit their platings once at a time. Like 1Q, just keep hitting it. And try not to miss any CS as well. So just to like keep the pressure up on the enemies, right? So right here, I'm gonna Q it once. If I don't see them do any response to me, I'm just gonna hit it again, right? If they start walking up and hitting me, then I'll stop. Like right here, I would probably walk back and then walk up again when I have Q, hit it again, right? Just keep repeating this process until their tower is low health, or, you know, we can take down the tower. So again, push the wave. And now we just keep going, the same things. Do keep in mind though, they do have a Kayn, right? Obviously the Kayn has no form, so he's less of a threat, but we still have to be careful of a gank. So right here I can't walk up anymore, but that's fine. We got another plating. Don't know what my Zillion is doing, but we're just gonna do our own thing, right? Our Zillion is kind of AFK right now. Just gonna hit this wave, try not to miss any minions. I think my Zillion is getting his delivery or something. Alright, so got all of that CS. They're being a little bit more offensive now, where they're killing the wave before it reaches the turret, which is kind of smart. because like I've been hitting the turret for free. So they're realizing that like they're just gonna bleed out all these plates if they let me push. So we might be seeing less plates now. But that's okay. I will recall after this wave and probably buy a BF sword. Yuntao and Collector, I don't think you should buy both at the same time. I think that's kind of bad. I think if you go Yuntao, you should go like LDR second or IE second. And if you go Collector, it's the same thing, right? If I have a BF sword buy, I'm going to buy BF sword into Infinity Edge. If I don't, like if the enemies are really tanky, I might go LDR second. So in this case, I'm saving up for Infinity Edge. Although I probably should have bought an extra dagger for attack speed boots, but you know, I can just save up for IE as well. Alright, so it looks like the enemies might want to recall here, so I'm going to fast push this wave. Try to stop their recall if possible. And I think Jinx might be recalling somewhere. The Kayn is definitely here. Recalling. And then, since Jinx just recalled, like she should be at like walking out into her tier 3 turret right now. We can probably get full turret here with 6 grubs. Because she's not going to be back for a while. If it's just Lulu, I don't really have to worry. I can just like keep hitting this turret and not mind like the poke damage she does to me. Okay, but if I hit the turret, that's like a different story. I'm gonna have to flash out first. Pretty unlucky that I didn't get to get the turret, but yeah, it was just one hit. I could also fight that, but it's very dangerous because it's in front of their turret. Even if I have Zillion, it's not safe. Like, if I respawn, I'll just die instantly. So I had to flash away there. Also, I don't really have trust for my Zillion right now after seeing the gameplay from him. So I don't want to be relying on my Zillion, right? So this is pretty bad. Okay. Let's just recall here. That's completely fine. Don't worry about it too much. It's just unfortunate we didn't actually get the turret. Because that would be first turret right there. And I think we might actually lose first turret, maybe. That's kind of tragic. I think if my Zillion hit the turret more instead of just hitting the Lulu, probably would have gotten that. So that's a bit sad. That's okay. Not the biggest deal. We can just recover from that. Like, we still haven't died yet, so that's what's important. It seems like this game won't be that easy, I think. Alright, so jungler's there. I have ult, I can go fight. Gonna hit this turret first. I have a good entry here because they're all stuck in the pit. Oh, okay. Nice. And we got the dragon as well, so that's 4 kills for us. That's really good. Alright, let's keep pushing now. There's 15 seconds on all of them. We can definitely start hitting the tier 2 turret here. We have enough time. Even if they spawn and walk out of base with home guards, it'll take them like at least like 5 extra seconds to get to me. So we can definitely get the towers like maybe half. Maybe half and then leave. But if I'm greedy, I can... Actually, since I have Zillion here, we can take the full turret. Or maybe not. This guy's here. Let's leave now. Don't get greedy. Can't kill that guy. They have too many teammates. But if they chase, maybe I can. Maybe not. It's actually kind of annoying that they're all 1 HP. Okay, well... there was no running there because if my Zillion is dead, like if he gets caught and he dies and Jinx gets her passive, I'm dead anyways, so I'm forced to fight there. Like, there's no way of me getting out, so I have to fight. And almost killed 2. I think if I killed Jinx, I would have killed all, but she has flash, so we couldn't kill her. That's fine though. We spawn again. We're gonna try and finish the job and get that tier 2 turret because that is a lot of gold. There is a Rift Herald up, so maybe they're gonna play for that. Whenever I'm ahead and I have the ability to, you know, 1v2 or maybe even 1v3, I like split pushing when I'm playing in lower ranks because once you split push against like you know, gold, silver, bronze, platinum, emerald players, they get really confused. They don't really know what to do because they're like, okay, my turret's getting hit, like it's getting hit, but like my teammates are fighting. What should I do, right? So right here, there's a fight. We're just gonna keep pushing. Don't worry about that one. And then let us just hit their turrets. Whatever happens here doesn't matter with us because we are already here, right? We don't want to walk to that fight because when we walk there, the fight's already over. We don't want to waste our time. Let's just hit this turret, get this, and probably go for like some camps. Like we can get this blue buff, we can get this scuttle crab. Just do anything to kind of like increase your lead while like taking away enemy resources, right? So this is like very, very basic macro. If you master this, you can hit at least master tier no problem because you're basically just maximizing your gold income, which is a really important skill to have as an ADC. So let's work towards an LDR here, or we can go for shield bow if we feel the need to. Shield bow is good when you're afraid of getting one shot, and this game I have a Zillion, but he's not the most reliable in my opinion, so I'm not going to rely on him. I might buy a shield bow just to increase my survivability. And we're gonna take camps here because our jungler is just pathing top, right? We don't want to waste gold. There's 2-7 Victor here. There is a good chance that he's just tilted trying to push, but we will not know. Honestly, I don't know where he went, but there is a fight mid, so I will go here. There's a big shutdown on... Okay, might be an opportunity here. Jinx has no flash. Okay, I'm polymorph permanently. The Zillion have ult. Keep fighting here, don't run. Okay, nice. So yeah, when you're in a bad spot as Nilah, you can only fight your way out. This champion is really bad at running away because she has no range and her dash is very short, like a short range, right? So you just have to keep fighting. And right there we are rewarded because we did enough damage to kill them before they killed us. And now we just keep pushing. And then if there are camps here, let's go for these camps. Right, right now we are 10 CS per minute, about to be 11 CS per minute. But let's just keep farming. Maybe Krugs is too dangerous though. So let's not go here. Let's just recall. I do need a bit of gold though, so it's kind of unfortunate that I can't go buy a full item, but that's fine. We can always just get a next recall, and we're already strong enough anyway, so we shouldn't greed. Right, there's a dragon spawning. We need to recall and just come back out onto the map. Zillion has the strangest build, but you know what? It is what it is. Alright, so there's an objective up, but unless my teammates are already doing it, I don't want to waste time, right? I want to be here for this wave. Very important. That's we collect every wave possible. Okay, they started to fight. And we're killing all of them. That's perfectly fine. I'm just gonna keep pushing. Even if your teammates were like not fighting, you'd be doing the same thing. You want to maximize your gold unless an objective is being taken. Kills do not matter, right? Objectives and CS is everything as an ADC. No matter how many kills you have, if you can't progress the game, it's useless. So you want to focus on learning like the real fundamentals, right? Don't just, you know, hope for like the enemy fighting you and you get like 20 kills and you carry the game, right? Off like being up 3 items. Always play for macro and objective. So right here we can probably just walk it out. And if they want to fight, we can, but I don't think it's the best fight. I have item in base. I'm gonna go for one more wave though, I think. I'm just gonna go for this, because if I don't go for this, it's gonna die to this next minion wave anyways, so I might as well just collect it. Like this recall delay on me. Like if I recall 10 seconds later, it doesn't really matter, it doesn't affect the game. And we're just gonna build into LDR last item. Okay, if you see, I have the most farm in the game right now, basically 10 CS per minute. Only one that's like in contention is set. This is kind of what you want to see every single game. You want to make sure that you're up in CS and you're dying, like not don't die at all, but try not to die. Don't be a KDA player, but also don't die unnecessarily. You know what I mean? This guy should be dead. Right. Vex can keep going, but I can't really follow. And this should be the end of the game, honestly. I don't think we need to do Otacon or Baron. They're just basically all dying. I'm gonna get the next wave here. I might just flash on the Victor. But if I were to play it safe, like if this was like, for example, my promotion game, like my first time to Diamond or something, you know, first time to Emerald 1, I would probably play it safe and just wait for Baron. That would be the right thing to do, because it's really hard to end the game versus Jinx Victor, since they have so much wave clear. Let's just play... yeah, this is what I'm worried about, right? When your teammates get bored since you're so ahead. Let's just do this, and just end the game in the correct fashion. Like, I could probably like flash on all of them and try to kill all of them there since I have Zilly Node, but that would not be good practice, right? It wouldn't be correct, and it wouldn't work every game as well. So what would work every game is do every objective and just end the game with Baron minions, because when you take the inhibitor, you kind of you are forced to do something, otherwise they're just free farming, right? The number one thing about taking inhibitors is if you don't end the game in 5 minutes, then your enemies just basically got like a few thousand gold for free. Now let's go top, because that is the only lane where we haven't taken the inhibitor. And I don't mind recalling, but we can probably end off this push. The Jinx is dead. Let's hit this turret. And now we can look to hit the Nexus turrets. Probably just going to ult in here. Nice, we killed 2. 4 of them are dead. So yeah, that's the end of the game. So very clean, very straightforward, right? It's not hard to understand. It's just that simple. Every game, if you follow these rules, I guess, it will be a lot easier to win, right? This applies to any elo below Emerald, and you can use this all the way to Master Tier.